So, all being said, I'll just quickly hand over the mic to Uday Kumar. Uday.
Yeah, thank you, Gaten. Thank you for the intro. Zero GM guys. So yeah, I'm really excited to dive you into the topic of zero G compute today. So last week we have discussed more on the zero G storage and its architecture, how we are scaling it horizontally, and how the rewards are distributed. So we'll be also coming back to the zero G storage in upcoming weeks with some demos like this starter kit demos. If you have time, you can just go and check around the demos that are already available on the examples. But we'll also have one more sessions that is purely related on how to use the zero G storage in server version or web version. Everything will be covered on that session. Today, the session is mostly about the compute network that we have. So, Zero G is a decentralized AI operating system that has everything that is related to the AI that needs to set in a decentralized way. As you all know, we do have a AI L1 chain that is specifically designed for the use case and constraints that revolve around the AI. And Zero G storage is also specifically designed around the AI capabilities that it needs to satisfy, like the speed and the distribution and the data availability. Everything that is needed for the AI is embedded into the zero G storage, and it is built scratch from that AI in mind. So every tech stack that we have is to bring AI for public good. So that's our mission. And with that, I'll start this session about zero G compute. So yeah, I think everyone know in the today world, we do have multiple AI products that is coming around daily. So starting from ChatGPT, and then currently we do have DeepSeeks, and I don't know how many of you coding with the vibe coding. It is now trending, like Cursor, Tray. There are multiple tools that are available. You can just ask it to code, and it will do the process for you. There is no programmer needed. And if you want UI UX, there are UX Pilot and other tools are for that, for content writing, product management, and nowadays, the Manus AI, that is for agentic workflow to do all the other things. So these are all trending nowadays. But still, there are some hidden costs that are there in the previous system. So everything that we are looking into is mostly related to some of the models that we know today, mostly related to OpenAI or Claude or other big company invested startups. So we know OpenAI, everyone knows ChatGPT, but OpenAI is really open. That's, I think, $1 billion question. It's not open. It's really closed. So they should have renamed it as closed AI, but they haven't. So it started off with a motive to bring the AI for public good, and they started off to on the researching of the AI side and making it free for user, but not the training data or not the training methods. Nothing is public, so you cannot call it as an open AI because it isn't open sourced correctly. So the first thing when comes to mind is the closed infrastructure that it has. They do have massive compute resources that is from the Azure Compute Cloud, that is from the Microsoft investment that they have, and also the Nvidia investment, Nvidia things that are within the corporate wall of the Microsoft or maybe Google in the case of Gemini. And the second thing is the power is concentrated in single hands. So if you take OpenAI and Microsoft and Google, these are all the guys are going and investing in every companies. And if you take AI, then it only limited to 4 to 5 companies. So there are not much companies that is getting into it. Every other things are controlled by this companies. So whatever they think is the AI that comes to the user's hand. So, and one more problematic thing here is most of these companies' revenues depend on ads. So, if they inject something into AI or if they want it to perform it like that, they cannot. They can able to do that. And what all the cost they set is the cost. So, in the DeepSeek case, we have already seen. I think 2 to 3 weeks back, they have released that revenue statement, and it showed a positive sign even at the 90% less rate than the OpenAI credits. We don't know the exact truth that is happening behind them. So the cost are always hidden, and they what they say is the cost and resource problem. Whatever a new researcher or developer are trying to develop, they'll not be able to get any GPUs because all of the GPUs are massively procured by these institutions. So they none of the other can able to get this in hands because H100 is one of the most thing that is used in this AI use case, but only few set of companies can able to get the hand on this kind of things. If someone wants to do a research, someone wants to improve the quality of the models, they cannot be able to do it unless until they are in this company. They must need to comply with these companies to do this. I think that's not a right approach to do this. So yeah, let's come to our mission. So our mission, Zero G's mission from the starting itself, we want to make AI for public good. So this is our mission. So it is it resonates everywhere in all our products. If you take Zero G Chain or DA or Compute, any product or any things that we make, so this is our mission. So we don't want to get away from this. So with this in mind, what we thought was, what if we could change this scenario that is already available? So we wanted to bring everyone into the system. So we need an open participation, like a centralized wall on centralized things that is in the corporate walls. What we wanted is we wanted everyone with the hardware to join our network and do the compute that is necessary for any AI or research. And we need true accessibility for every models, for every data set, and for every compute resource that needs to be available to everyone they are in need. And we truly believe in fair pricing and fair rewards. Here, what we are trying to build is it's a ecosystem, it's a marketplace where everyone can communicate with each other. If you are bringing a hardware, if you are bringing models, if you are bringing a data set, you will be incentivized for that. There will be no middleman that they are handling these things. So you can able to earn rewards, and user also will get the fair pricing. So it's a win-win thing. And we are bringing transparency and trustworthy results using TEML, OPML, and ZKML. So yeah, how do we can do this? So there are three steps that we can achieve this. One is a decentralized marketplace. In this marketplace, all the AI models and the AI services will be listed by all the providers. So Zero G will be hosting this marketplace. Anyone can list in it, and direct connection to user. Anyone on the Zero G chain or Zero G ecosystem can able to access those model from the marketplace. And this is coordinated by AI L1 chain, and this trustless connection is powered using the TEML or OPML or ZKML. So how the Zero G compute really works? So there are three parts that we need to clear out. The first one is on-chain. So we need to manage the registration of the service. If someone wants to list their model into the marketplace, we are handling the registrations and the fee processing, query request, and how the content is processed and how the message came back, and the verification of the message, because these are all running anywhere. So anyone can run their model on their own. So we need to make sure nothing is messed up or no data is injected in the middle. So we are using a verification service to verify it. And the second thing is the off-chain thing. So anyone can run their model on their own and connect to the compute. And the third one is the verification step. We are currently focusing on the TEML, and we are also bringing in OPML. In future, we'll also bring ZKML into our services space. So when it comes to workflow, so we wanted to bring all this kind of trusted executed environment, machine learning, and OPML and ZKML, but we wanted to do it in a simpler way so that anyone can start with it and do it. So if every model has, if you take Gemini or OpenAI or if everyone has different SDKs. So we don't want developers to struggle around these things. So what we thought is we have set up a process that is similar to everything so that any developer that comes into the ecosystem can easily get started with it. And if you want to change model anytime, you can able to change it. You don't need to touch any code part of it because everything is abstracted away in our SDK. So if you want to change the trust verification system, you can change it. If you want to change the model, you can change it. So we are bringing a workflow like, so every user needs to register. So there is a registering service that user will be registering. or if you are a model, you will register your model and set the prices. What is the input token price? What is the output token price? All these cases. And user needs to fund their wallet to access any model that is available in the service. And this phase is the discovery phase. So you can list all the models in the marketplace, get the details, and then send the request. Whatever model you want to interact with, you can just send the request to it and get back the response. So once the execution is done and the response is back, you can able to check the verifiability of the model. If it can be TEML or OPML or ZKML, for anything, you will get the validation response back. So with that validation, you can be sure this is the output for your query, even in the decentralized network. So with zero G compute, what we want to bring here. So we wanted to bring the control from the centralized authorities to the decentralized world, and the pricing that needs to be fair according to the market price. As we saw in the previous slide, every model provider will be setting their price, but due to the Nash equilibrium, I think everything will come up to the market rates. So there will be no one big corporate entity that is controlling all this price. So we'll get a fair market prices and access to every participation. So our open compute network and our resources will be open to every user. So that will help boost many research and apps effort into the future. And the transparency, we are bringing it into the user's eye. So from a black box AI, now it is coming to a verifiable execution. So you can able to verify your data whether it is correctly processed or not. It is possible with the help of the verification mechanism that we are having. So today we have two models that is available in us. One is Llama 70 billion instruct model, and another one is the famous DeepSeek R1 model. So we are constantly updating our marketplace from our side, and our providers also are in the testing phase to add more models. So you can watch out for the marketplace, and there will be more models added soon, I think starting this week itself. And anyone can become provider. As I previously said, there is no restriction. You need to satisfy the TEML or OPML conditions. Once it is verifiable, you can able to become a model provider. So that is possible here. And I think, yeah, we can build the app together so that we'll know how much easy it is to start with the zero G's compute. So we do have the compute version. TS SDK version is available now. So you can able to use it in TypeScript. So we do have two versions in the starter kit itself. We do have API version and also a CLI version. So in API, we have already wrote a API frame using Express and also did a Swagger documentation. In CLI version, you can able to interact with the zero G compute with CLI. So all the commands are added here. So the flags and the options are here. Now we can go into the API version and test it out. So for that, you need to clone this repo. We'll share the repo link after this call. So yeah, you can check it out yourself. So you can just clone this repo. So I already did it. So let me start from there. So this is the repo that you will be get cloned, and you will see a file called env.example. So you will cloning this file and name it as .env rather than .env.example, and just replace this with a private key that has some zero G tokens that is in it. I think you just need 0.1 token or 0.2 token. That is more than enough to do multiple queries. So our rate is so cheap, so you can able to use many times. So you can paste your key here, and then that's it. You will be getting started. You need to open the terminal, and as the instruction, you need to install the dependencies. That is why I will be install. Okay, now all the things are installed. Now I'm starting the server. So as I previously said, we do have steps on doing this. First one is initializing the connection with the broker and creating the user. So this step is already done here. So if you see, you can able to notice initializing the application and broker service initiation. So whatever the private key that you have given, if wallet is already exist, it will create the, it will leave, it will just bring the info. If the account is not created, then it will create the account for you. So this step is already handled by this function. So you can able to check those functions, what are the function that is used here. And once the initialization step is completed, you can able to This is the API URL. So if you want to use it in any front end application, you can use it. Or if you want to test it out just quickly, we do have a Swagger thing that is written in here. I hope the screen is not as bigger and visible. So now let me execute this. This one is to get the account information. So I can able to see, okay, this much amount of tokens I have, and I have already interacted with these things. What all the inference that I already had. So this is more than enough to do any transaction. So what I'm doing is, the next thing is discovery step. So I need to discover the models that are available in the zero G compute network. I'm trying it out. Execute the thing. So yeah, so if you can see, you can able to see the address and what it is, and the IPs, and what all the cost, and how the verification is done. TEML. TEML is just means trusted executed environment machine learning. So that's how it is done, and we can able to see the Llama and the DeepSeek is available here. So let me just take the Llama. So we just need this provider address after this step. So I'm copying this, we close it out. The next step is to send the request. So this is to send the request to the AI. So in this step, I need to give the provider address that we have just copied and the query, right? So not from 0G. So this is an optional one. If you want to give a fallback fee, if in case it fails, it will try to redo it with the fallback fee. I think mostly you can give it 0. That's not necessary for now. So I'm just asking Llama to write this. Let me execute this. Yeah. Now the response is back. Yeah. So it has created the message for the community. Here, Zero G community. I just wanted to take a moment to express my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you. Creating is such a lovely and supportive community. Your kindness and are truly inspiring. So yeah, we have got the message now from the Llama. So that's how the things work. If in case, I think these are all. If in case any failure happens, we can also use the manual settling fee function to settle the thing. But mostly it would not happen. So you can just list the service and send the a queries with it. So with this API endpoints, you can able to build your own application within minutes. So if you are already into the vibe coding, I think that is more than easy for you. So yeah, we saw the response processing. I think within the response, we also need to look into one more thing. So with the response, we'll also receive how it is processed and the provider all the data. So if you want, we can use it. And what are the application for the zero G compute? Yeah, we do have the verifiable results. If some companies wants to upload their own model and they want to verify it, even if it is in the off chain, they can able to do it with the help of the TEML or OPML or ZKML. And startups get the affordable AI infrastructure. They don't need to rely on bigger corporates to handle the cost. And every research institutes get to use the compute power and also the advanced models that are available. They don't need to wait for the costlier GPU that is already brought up by a centralized entity. And developers can easily able to build an affordable AI app, and they can deploy it on the marketplace itself so that any user can use it, and the revenue will be split between the hardware and the user. And model creators and the dataset owners can able to monetize their things directly with the marketplace. So yeah, that's it. That's on the zero G compute. I hope everything is clear for you. So you can able to head out to the docs.0g.ai. We do have complete documentation of how to use the compute SDK and how it works, and we are also bringing fine tuning and all those stuffs in the future, maybe in this week. So yeah, pretty excited for the new things to come.
Awesome, awesome. Uday. It was such a great explanation on the technical details as well as the run through. I guess after this session, I think a few of them will just go hands on, and maybe we are looking forward to some tweets with to see like what you have developed and learn from the session as well. So yeah, we are looking forward, and thank you so much, Shuday Kumar, for the session. We'll just give like 2 more minutes for audience. Like if they have any questions, then we can wind up the chat in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Guys, but I really look forward you to build and deploy and also share a tweet tagging zero G, or you can tag any one of us as well.
Yeah.
So we look forward to see your submissions, and maybe we could also give you some surprise gifts as well to see if you have developed and developed and the learnings from office has really helped you build with our compute network. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please do ask in the chat. Any information about INFTs, we will definitely do upcoming sessions. We will definitely have a session for INFTs and how you can get started with building with our agents and also using our INFT standard. Godzi, I just want to ask which one model from Llama and DeepSeek is more good. So currently we are supporting Llama 3B, 80 billion parameters, and DeepSeek R1. So both are good for different tasks. DeepSeek is. Uday, do you want to take that question? I think you would
Yeah.
do that.
So
Yeah.
I think it is mostly depends on the use case that we are in, because DeepSeek R1 is a reasoning model and Llama is a foundational model. So based upon your use case and what is the timing requirement, latency requirement, you can able to pick and choose the models. And one more thing, these two are the current models, but there are more models that are coming into the ecosystem, and there are more fine-tuning ways are coming into it. So I think in future you will have more options to choose from. So it's generally based upon the use case of your application.
Thank you, Uday. So yes, the next question. How does Node.js handle asynchronous operations and what role do event loops and callbacks play in its non-blocking architecture?
I
Uday, how
think
does Node.js handle asynchronous operations? Just about events and callbacks.
I think this is out of the scope of
I get it. I get it. Maybe
compute, but
I have
still,
fiddled with Node.js, so
yeah,
just yeah, just give a quick answer for it as
yeah.
well. So you
Still,
could use async functions to make sure that the previous await function executes before the next function is being called out, and its output is stored in the object.
yeah, exactly. So it is with the queuing structure, Node.js has queues and event queues that is handled with the event loops based upon the priority of the queue or whether it is in the micro queue. Once the function stack is completed, it will check with the event loop. So that's the basic thing. So
Thank you. Thank you, Uday. Yes, I think the rest of the questions are regarding AI alignment notes. We will soon be sharing a lot of information on it. And yes, we are on time. Thank you so much, everyone. If you have any other questions, please do drop it in the developer chat. We are here to support you and help. We Our moderators are working 24/7, and we are also here supporting you in our development journey with us. So thank you, Uday, and thank you, Jan, for hosting us as well. Like as always, you are really great managing the whole community and supporting each and everyone's journey with Zero G. And thank you, Uday. We are looking forward to see you next week on our 31st Developer Office Hours. Thank you, everyone.
thank you guys. Thank you, Gaten. Thank you, Jan, for organizing. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.